Hello and welcome again YouTube. Today is another video of replay analysis in Smite. This time for Hachiman and the ADC role dual lane. Let's see how this game is going to go. I'm gonna fast forward into this screen because again a lot of information comes from this screen. Yeah, in the enemy team will be an Anubis, so the upgrade of Executioner that gives you anti-heal will be important. Um, There is a Loki, so whenever you can, ward, and when you see him on any of your wards that's near you, then back off because he will be invisible and he will come backstab you. You have an Athena, you have to be careful of the taunt. You have to be careful of her ult when you are in lane alone with the enemy carry at a certain point. Both Athena and Surtur have been rotating to mid lane, for example, um, and you are pushing up into the middle of the lane against Skadi, then it just could be that Athena is going to ult Skadi, use her taunt, and you will be dead. So keep your eye on like all your enemies, keep your eye on Athena. Very frustrating team to play against. Um, Yep, so that's mostly it. Also keep in mind that neither Skadi, Anubis, nor Loki really have movement abilities. Sure, you could count Loki's one as a movement ability because he gains some movement speed while he's invisible. But that's not what I'm necessarily talking about. I'm talking about dashes, jumps, and whatever is like that. So neither of them have that, so you can make a lot of use of your stun, your dash, to either attack or escape, and they will have a hard time trying to follow you. Also noteworthy, the Kwang will probably be your jungler, and so you know that if you can get one of the enemies at, I think the threshold for execution is 30% HP. So if you can come, if you see him ganking, and you can see that one of the diamonds is filled, which means that they have their ultimates ready, then you can full on attack and try to get one of your enemies at least up on the threshold of 30% HP. So he has an easy kill and you can push lane without further pressure. Okay, I will fast forward this a bit as well. Yeah, this is good. And why is this good? Because when this buff will spawn, you can see that the 55 marker is right at where one of the minions will be. So you are as far as you can possibly be to kill, uh, well, or to hit the buff so you can pull it together. Um, However, I can see that your dual laner is at this moment, 2 seconds before they spawn, still in base. So you should leave the green buff, just go purple, and if necessary, drag it under a tower, so you have some XP, so you have at least the buff, so you have some gold. But that he's not giving it, that he will not have his buff is totally his problem, and you starting here will only result in you. Well, if you try to get both of the buffs, probably you're gonna die. And I mean, if you only try to get this buff, then you're going to lose XP in lane. So I just wouldn't do it. Anyways, in the usual case, yeah, why did you run back? I mean, you shouldn't have done this. That's what I'm getting at now, because the Surtur is still here. In any other way, yes, you will do that. You are positioned correctly on the right side of the pathway, so you can drag him more quickly to your purple. But why did you run backwards first before you fired? That makes no sense. Yeah, here as well, you're pulling them together and you're trying to go to your lane. You have the damage of 2 buffs. I'm pretty sure you will die by the time you get in lane, or at least I'll be very surprised if you don't. Yep, at this point you realize that you have to run. Um, see, if you want to do this, and once again, I would really not suggest doing this, but if you want to do this, then yeah, try to just walk here instead of to the middle and drag him to the back of your tower. Like, this was so much faster to get both of the buffs under the tower. Um, but then again, you would have most probably also lost a lot of health. No benefits to doing that. So yeah, it's mostly the fault of your support, but the decision making of you yourself here wasn't, yeah, faultless either. Looks like Surtur is going on a stroll.
Your right tower is under attack.
Taking his buff instead of going to lane. Yeah, looks like you're going to have a lot of fun with the Surtur. I can actually see it. You've bought the Aegis relic, which I would not have done in this case, because you are at this point most scared of Athena's taunt, of Skadi's ult with the dog, but the damage you're not gonna, well, you're not gonna take away a lot of damage with your Aegis, but you are going to be able to run away if you use beat. So beats for Athena, beats for Skadi preferably, beats for Anubis if he should gank you, beats for Loki. The only one you should really buy Aegis for is Sol. And of course you can use your Aegis as well for Anubis ult. You can use your Aegis as well for Skadi ult, and maybe even a bit for the Loki's ult, or even just normal abilities. But I think beats would have been the right way to start here. That's some good pressure. I mean, not even pressure, but it's good that you're clearing the minions. And if you run backwards, like you just ran backwards a bit, don't be looking to the left. Nobody is going to come from the left. Look at the right, because your jungler or enemy jungler might come from right. See, you are with your back mostly towards the left side, so it's not good. It's not going to help you. Yeah, that wasn't a bad idea to back off there. They have a lot of pressure. They have Scholar, so that was good. At that point, you can deal some damage to Athena. In the situation that you were in, you could deal some pretty easy damage to Athena, and I think it would have been beneficial because she would be less aggressive at the point you're at now then. Oof, that's a mechanical mistake. Yeah, those will happen. See, that's the taunt I told you to be wary about. Definitely the taunt into the Skadi's tree might be very frustrating to play against. This was a good time to get your buff, or you can try to steal this one. If it works, it's a good thing. Yeah, you should have waited way longer. Like, it's a lots of things to go over here. Let's go back a bit and pause it. So at this point, the Calder is going back to Skadi. The wave is here. Since there's two of them and your dual laner just recalled, personally I would have gone for the buff here, so you got at least that XP. Then went back to lane to clear the minion wave. But you decide to try to go steal the buff here, which isn't the worst idea. Also, they don't seem to be quite aware that you are there. But the Scorpion now is 603 HP. If you just wait here, you can see that their abilities, attacks, it's now 460 damage. You can look, if you press arrow up on Xbox, you can go to your ability and you can see how much damage you can do at this point in the game. And I can tell you now, I don't know the exact amount, but it's not 400 damage that you can do. So you wait until it's maybe 90, 80 HP, and then you throw your ability. See, because now you don't have it. You full committed here. You have used your 2, so there's not really fighting you can do. This is a very dangerous place to be in. You're dashing into the enemy wave as well. So this... Oh no, look, this wasn't too bad. You're dashing towards the wrong direction. So that's not ideal. If you try to stun, maybe that's not the worst idea. To stun Skadi and then try to run off there. But you run here, go through your minions, which is good. So they're blocked by your minions, or they will start taking damage from your minions if they also have to pass there. But at this point, you should keep running. You can't. There's still two of them. Not one of them is not suddenly gonna say, "Oh, you know what? We've got them at 300 HP. Let's just let them walk." That's not going to happen. You gotta keep running. By turning around here, you signed your own death. I'm fairly confident you could have gotten out there. Your minion wave was coming, the next one, so you could have gotten in between your minions while running away, and they wouldn't have gotten you so easily. It's because you turned around that they got you. Or you could have dashed to the right side from the beginning and then you wouldn't have been in this situation as well, so...
Your middle tower is under attack.
It's 4 minutes into game. I think you should have bought 1 or 2 wards here.
Freedom!
At 5 minutes into the game, it's always a probability that the enemy jungler will come. And yeah, you still don't have your ult, you're level down. Why are you pushing up that far? You're at the enemy tower line, there's minions behind you, you're just losing XP now. It's not a good idea to do this. She was so far from you. You gained nothing by doing this. Nothing at all. You only lost gold and XP. Look at your map. Immediately you could see on your map that Loki is here now together with Athena. So Okwang is probably going to die. And I'm afraid that if you stay here and don't notice them, that you're going to die as well.
An enemy has been enemy missing left.
You can hear abilities from your left, like some abilities being cast, you can just hear it. Yeah, you can see him coming from the side. I'm not really sure how they how you didn't see it. You could have seen him coming from the right side. Once again, look more towards the jungle when you're running. You're constantly looking at the left, it seems. See? Why are you turning left? Nobody's coming from this side. There's no jungle here. Look to your right side. Always look to the side the jungle is on. You've only just reached level 5. That's not a position you want to be in. Why are you running against the wall? It's a good thing that you're going for the scorpion, but I'm not sure how you got stuck on the wall.
An ally has been slain. Enemy missing middle.
Was a bit dangerous, but there's worse things. You can hear Loki. Yeah, at that point, when you're this low HP and you can hear the Loki, you get out. Good use of the ult for the escape. Don't turn around. No, why are you... There... Loki is right here. He's following you. Why would you be recalling here? You have 19 HP. You run to the back of your tower because he can, even if he doesn't enter the tower, he can still kill you. He can be invisible. This was such a dumb thing to do.
Your right tower is under attack.
That is truly unfortunate.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, a good thing was here to call be careful left because Loki just teleported. It was a bad gank from the solo and jungle, but I mean, there's worse things.
An enemy has been slain.
Not necessarily bad that your tank is taking the shield buff, definitely not if he's planning on diving. You all should be full engaging on this guy though. If you all went in, it would have been a definite kill and your tank wouldn't have died. This is definitely not on your tank. This is on you all.
Your middle tower is
That
under
is
attack.
truly unfortunate.
Your left tower is under attack.
Yes, that's good. Steal your enemy's buff.
Your middle tower has been destroyed.
Yeah, you can
That is truly unfortunate.
you can drag your own buff, but you cannot drag the enemy's buff. That's Skadi's ult, dash out, yep.
Your left tower has been destroyed.
Most of this is pretty fine actually. You've also gained level again, so you're quite the same level as Skadi now. Your purple is there though, the wave is here.
Back, brother.
You've hit, I think, almost no minions with your 2. So you definitely gotta try to aim that better. Scorpion's there, your purple is there. I would go for your purple since there's 2 people in right lane now. Ah, Surtur took it seems. Yeah, so it's not helping that your tank is putting you behind. However, you should be looking at the map and you should know that he's doing your purple and you should help him. Not entirely sure why you're not using your ability on this. Don't fight or you can't win. She's under her tower, yeah. You should have went for the scorpion buff and then went to lane. Because you had the pressure. Nothing you can do here, the buff is still up. You're just wasting time, not getting XP and gold. That's good, help your tank. I mean, you're there anyways. Wow, all of the minions were together. Yes, thank you. Stop attacking, go to the buff. It's still up. You have no clue where your enemies are. Yep. Look towards lane while you're getting a buff. Why are you pulling your back towards lane? Yeah, just make sure you can keep looking at the enemies. You have no clue where they are or if they're going to steal the buff otherwise. They have abilities too. Your purple is almost up. Go to your purple. Yep, that's a good thing. Loki's there. You could have called retreat or be careful, right? Why are you running there? You should have run the other side. Yeah, that was definitely going to happen. I'm not sure why you use your ult to attack there because you were in a disadvantageous position.
Attack left lane. Cancel that.
Yeah, you should try to hit something with your 2.
Enemy missing left.
It's definitely going to help.
Another patriot has fallen. Enemy ultimate down. Freedom!
Why are you... The dog is still attacking you. You're running in between the minions who are attacking you. Yeah, and you're dead. This was really, once again, not a smart thing to do. The dog is still attacking you for this whole duration. You haven't killed it. Look. You killed the tower, The dog starts attacking you. It's the ult that's going down, and you leave it on 1 HP. You don't do the last hit, you leave it on 1 HP, and then you start running. And you start running, and you use your dash, and the dog is still onto you, and you try to damage the enemy god, but the minions are here, and your minions are not here, so they focus on you entirely, and you die. The dog is still on you, by the way. There are 17 reasons why you should die here. And by doing this, you're now 30 seconds out of the game, and all the lane pressure you just won, you've lost again. No more lane pressure. Surtur is still out of the game as well, so no one to defend right lane. I think it's your jungle who has died as well, or your solo. Yeah, it's a solo that died.
Enemy missing middle.
But now, yeah, three people of your team are dead, and you're level 12. You should have upgraded your relic. You could have gotten beads now.
An ally has been slain.
Surtur feeding. Anubis is still in lane. You know he has a rep, so play it safe. Yep. Yep. Definitely could have expected all that. You know Goobus has a rep. You know if he gets you, he probably has his ult up as well. You knew you would have died. And you're out of the game again now. In the last minute and a half, you've been dead for 1 minute. You have lost all lane pressure, and I'm pretty sure you're behind on level again. Yep, look, you're 2 levels behind the enemy Skadi. You're at the same level as their tank. Yeah, that's not a place you want to be. Not at all. Not at all. I hope you're taking your buff. Yeah, no. So what I can see what's going to happen here already, just from this situation alone. You should have taken your buff, maybe even just green buff to get the XP, but I can see you are going to push up until the whole other side of the map, while your team is there. All this time that you're used to walk this pathway, you could have taken 2 buffs, maybe even the Scorpion, and you decide to waste it on just running there, putting yourself in a disadvantageous position. You can hear, you just heard that the teleporter was activated. You could have seen on your map that Sol was just here. You could see it. That together with the teleporter, and you should know that she's here now. So you are in a situation where you have 1/3 HP Surtur, Arthur. You have level 13 Tiamat, and here is level 15. No, level 17 Anubis and level 15. I'm not sure. I think it's Loki. This isn't the place to fight. It's a place to get the fuck out. It's definitely a place to get the fuck out. You don't have a tower anymore either, so you know that you're going to die here. You're lucky that the soul just didn't come push you, because yeah, you would have died to her alone. And now you're going to try to take the buff, but now they're here, and now they're gonna put pressure. So if the Loki is any good, you're going to die here again. But apparently he isn't. So you're lucky that Loki didn't come push here, because he would have definitely either stolen your buff or stolen your buff and killed you in the at the same time.
Your structure is under attack.
It's quite dangerous to push up this far, because you just saw the enemy team in this lane. and suddenly they disappeared, it seems. So they're either in the jungle taking Gold Fury, or they're retreated, but I wouldn't take the guess that they would have retreated that soon, and after the Gold Fury they can just come kill you. Also, once again, you have no clue what's happening on your left in the jungle. You aren't watching the left side at any time. You should be hugging the right wall, looking left whenever you can, to create as much distance as possible and to have the least surprise of them attacking you as possible. No clue why you were attacking there. You just saw your teammate die, and there's 3 people of the enemy team. Not sure what made you make decisions you made there, but they weren't good ones. They were absolutely not good ones. And Loki is next to you, and you're going to die. Yep. I mean, yeah, could have seen that one coming. Okay, going into crit. Which isn't bad against this team. Going into crit is pretty okay here.
Freedom! You are excellent.
Yeah, no reason to push her. No reason at all. Only one of your team is dead, and neither of them is your enemy laners. So you're pushing up into enemy territory as well. You could have just taken the buff, played it a bit safer. I'm not sure what you're trying to accomplish here. You're just gonna come across the Athena and the Skadi anyways on their tower line, so it's not like you can push that far. Um, Look, you can even see them here. Once again, hug the right wall, because like you have no clue. Loki could be here for all you care. And you're dead again.
Be careful, right.
You're lucky they couldn't follow. But now you're losing the XP of the and gold of the Scorpion as well, because yeah, the enemies are just they have way more pressure. I'm not sure why you turn around, but if you turn around, it has to be to take the wave or to take the buff, not to come and be cute with King Arthur. Yeah, he's making the good call as well to like retreat, use common sense. You can't 1v5 them. Maybe one more thing.
Retreat!
Right. Here? Okay, so you have this shield will give you, or this totem, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call it shield. This shield will give you cooldown reduction. It will give you 10% cooldown reduction. This thing will help you shred protections. The red one will help you have lifesteal, and the green one will will give you some HP 5 and health, I think. And the yellow one will give you crowd control reduction and movement speed, if I'm not mistaken. But as a hunter, you want either uh, red, purple shield, or occasionally, if you're very dependent on your abilities, then blue shield. Um, but personally, if I were you in this case, I would have gone for the protection shred instead of the cooldown. Which is, by the way, only on hunters. For all the others, you should probably try to get the cooldown reduction. if you're not capped, at least. It's dangerous to push up, okay, you know that, but you have 1700 gold. This is ideal moment to retreat and get an item. You want to push one more wave, a bit dangerous, but definitely doable. And this is where you retreat. By pushing up here, you're just asking to be killed again. And I can definitely see it happen. You're also level 15, Skadi is level 18, and you are pushing her on her tower line. There's not many ways this can end well for you. If she was a little bit more aggressive, you would have died her. You're just lucky she wasn't more aggressive. Your purple is going to be respawning as well. You should recall now, get an item, take green and purple, and then get back to lane to clear minions again, because they're pushing mid. They have the tower, they have all the pressure there. Soon they're gonna back off, they're gonna come kill you, and then they're gonna take Gold Fury. You are very lucky that Skadi didn't come and push you. You wouldn't have gotten out if she did. A help starter with the green buff, you would have gotten XP and gold for it. Once again, you have 2.5k gold on you. Just go back. You shouldn't be here. You run past the scorpion. Yep, go get the scorpion. Yeah, look, what can you see from this perspective? There's nothing you can see. You turn your back towards the wall. You turn your back towards the lane. Why? I have no clue what you're trying to gain from it, but just keep looking at lane. You saw Skadi in lane. Yes, it was away further, but she's also going to be pushing wave. She's also be coming closer. Yeah, that's also going on there. Not too sure. You either fight or you get out, but I'm assuming that just a lot of things were going on at the same time.
The enemy team has destroyed the Gold Fury. Group up. Yes.
Yeah, 20 minutes into game and almost everyone is level 20, you're still level 18. I think this is another clear example of you that didn't farm enough in this whole game. I'm not sure what you're going to do there or what you're trying to do, but you're level 18, you should have probably just taken your either your wave and your buff, or your buff, then recalled, and then went from your Titan to defend. Yeah, they're pinging you, but you can't do anything there anymore. You could have grouped up, Usually as a hunter you stay in your lane until you're level 20, but because you're behind that much, I'm afraid you can't do that anymore. When there is a team fight, you will have to rotate. That being said, I think it's also important that your team recognizes the situation they're in and they play defensive and help you reach level 20, because this is not giving anyone the XP they need. You're gonna die here and it's just even gonna take longer to reach level 20. So as like your whole team, everyone made mistakes there. You shouldn't try to engage into team fights at that point. The only thing you can do is try to defend the Fire Giant, try to defend the Gold Fury, and let you take as much farm as you possibly can to get your item online, to get some extra farm, because this isn't helping anyone. Also, you should have recognized that like the fight was happening amid, they pushed up until your Phoenix. Running through the jungle and then coming behind them wasn't gonna help anyone. And you should recognize those situations as well. If you want to recall, I mean, you can. It wasn't the best option in that scenario, but it's not like you're gonna 1v5 him at that point. Definitely if you're this much behind in level and goal. Nothing to do here anymore, but you can see that green is about to spawn. You shouldn't fight here, you should go for green, you should go for purple, then recall and get your item. And you end up doing it. Oh no, you're just running straight past green. Okay. I don't need this XP, I don't need golds. I'm good at level 18. Sort was trying to help you out, bringing the buffs together.
An enemy has been slain. Miracle to the rescue.
You should just recall here.
Group up, group up, group up, group up.
The enemies are all pushing in middle lane. You should recall and defend. Nothing you can do here. You're pushed up way too far. You can only die here. Definitely, if there's this little communication between you and your team, if you can't call that you're split pushing, if you can't tell them that you're going to do something risky, it's just not that good of an idea to stay in right lane that far pushed up.
I have become unstoppable. Attack left lane! Attack left lane! Attack left lane! Okay.
Pretty sure they want you to attack left lane. Okay, you're level 19, you have your crit, so things are definitely going to start getting better now.
Your left Phoenix is under attack.
However, I do think that you're pushed. Oh, that's a good ward. That was a good ward, yeah. Definitely you're going to push left, so you place your ward so you know that when the enemies might be coming. I would have put your other one down as well there, because they can still put pressure. Yeah, that was the sound of the Okwang, who is in your team, so you should be scared of that. Yeah, actually at that point, 3 of the enemies were dead because the Athena only just respawned. There was your whole team. You should have taken the Fire Giant, or at least the Gold Fury. You went with 5 people through the jungle and only got 2 buffs. That you should have done better, all of you. You are a hunter, you should primarily focus on what's happening. You should primarily focus on the tower here. You're going to die now, Yef. Your tanks are going in on the enemies. Your mages and your assassin will put the pressure on the people that are right in front of them, but it's you. You are the hunter. You are the carry. You are the person who should take towers. Your ult will go through walls. You could see it. I mean, oh my god. You really almost died to a tower, and why? You could have made the kill like for 3 seconds there, and there was no reason why you should run with your ult into the enemy tower. Just cancel your ability.
Group up. An excellent choice.
Okay, so you are critting pretty much. You're following the King Arthur, which is a good thing to do. Stay with your tanks.
The enemy team has
You guys are pretty grouped up, which is a good thing. I'm not sure what Surtur is doing there on his own. I think the fact that you haven't lost yet at 33 minutes into the game is just because you're grouping up now. Um, you guys are staying together, and that's the only reason you're not losing. Or like, I haven't lost yet. I wouldn't fight here. You guys take this, yep. That's good, let them push. See, they will die if they push you. Don't stay in his abilities, he has a lot of lifesteal. See, what you could have killed the Anubis pretty easily, but you just stood there in his abilities. If Goobus is throwing his abilities, get out of there, and once his abilities are down, that is your moment to engage.
attack middle lane. Your middle phoenix is under attack.
Make sure that when you come from behind people, like right now, you, the Okwang, the King Arthur, you're coming from behind the enemies. Make sure that when you attack, you hit them. Why? Because as soon as you start basing attacking near them from behind them, you will appear on the minimap, therefore losing all of your advantage because they will expect you at that point. So make sure you hit them because you can probably land 2 or 3 crits on the enemies by the time they know you're there. And you could have gotten Anubis half HP from that.
Triple kill to my ancestors. Rampage!
Man, I think this is game over, right? Yep, this is game over. Yeah, so that was the game. I like to see the damage screen. So this is game over. You are at 14k damage, which obviously isn't enough as a carry. You're the lowest damage on your team, including the 2 tanks. And you are even, you're right at the same damage with enemy Athena. So it definitely wasn't the best game. I think the problem is laying into farming a lot because you are behind the whole game. If you are behind the whole game, you just can't match the damage that the others are doing. So making the right decisions, taking the right buffs, I think in this game farming definitely was the primary problem in your lane. And things might have gone better if you made more of the right decisions there. Anyways, that was it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.